Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is an editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So, no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode, enjoy what's in it, and y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there, consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation. Oh, cool. He's in here. Awesome. Hey guys, it's been a while, but I'm back here today with Vigilance, a really dope artist, by the way, down below. Check him out. Anyway, welcome to the show, Vigilance. Good to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I really appreciate you having me here.
And no problem at all when you asked me about it. I was pretty shocked because I listened to your songs a couple times. And firstly, you're a dope artist, by the way. And no lie, I actually listened to it yesterday. I was reading. I listened to a couple of your stuff, and you're fantastic.
Thank
Really.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem. And to all the newbies out there who do not know you, why don't you give them a little introduction about yourself?
I'm Vigilance, a rapper from Chicago. I'm 14 years old, a little bit new in the industry, but still one of the most lyrical 14-year-olds you're going to find. I compare myself to top rappers like NF, Eminem, and that's where I go. Vocally, I'm not as great, but I'm working on it, and I swear by the time I'm 18, I'll be a star that everyone wants to listen to.
Oh, sweet, cool. Thank you for that. Thank you for a little intro. Thank you. So the newbies enjoyed that. All right, so let's get into everything. So I want to really kind of start with beginning. So, how did music start for you? How did your musical journey start?
Honestly, that's interesting question. I started off my music journey when I was around 13 years old, going through deep depression, and that's when I was trying to enter my suicidal state of mind. And I was really, really alone, and I really had no one. So music was my therapist. Music was all I had. I started listening to a lot of NF, and he's basically my guide in rap. So yeah, I started listening to a lot of NF, and went through a lot of trauma during that time, a lot of depressive suicide attempts, and but I made it out of that, and music saved my ass. So that's something that I really appreciate music for, and that's why I love to make music.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And I love that you use music as a coping skill for those tough times you had when you were depressed and alone. I like that
Yeah,
you did that.
thank you, appreciate that, and yeah, I enjoyed that fact.
Yeah, totally. And I just love when artists use music to help them in their everyday life. And the way that you use it in your depression and in the tough time you had, that must have been, rough to have to go through that and um, no one was around to help you out. I mean, that has to be like terrible that no one was around to help you in that and you resorted to music. Um,
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, then also if I think about it, I feel like that like the way I was raised to survive on my own, raised to stay alive on my own, raised to basically do whatever I want on my own, make it out of my life on my own. So I mean, it wasn't really a huge surprise for me to do that.
yeah, that has to be a surprise. I can't believe that that's how your life was, that you grew up having to think that you had to do things on your own and you had to survive on your own. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. Reality is a painful thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, totally. But now that you're older, you can kind of move away from, that and start to really take in networking and you don't have to resort to just music. You can also resort to friends and people around you to really, make you happy and not depressed. At least you have
Yeah,
that.
and music gave me that. Music gave me the friends I have right now. Music also repelled a lot of my fake friends away from me. So it's my guiding light.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Definitely, I totally see that. Definitely. I do appreciate the coping and that you describe music as your therapist. That's really powerful.
Yeah, because that's what it is. That's all I see it as.
It's amazing. That's incredible.
Mm.
Just props to that, honestly.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. And just wanted to get a little background from you. Because firstly, your artist named Vigilance. I had a feeling that had a deep meaning to it because of your
Oh, it
music,
does.
of course. And that's what I secondly want to go. I want to go into, if you don't mind me asking, how did you exactly get the name Vigilance?
Okay, so back when I was in my depressive state, I would write only lyrics and I would not rap them. I'd be a ghostwriter for most rappers. And then apparently some one of the rappers that I spoke to, I don't remember his name now, but he said that my lyrics were really deep and they require vigilance to understand. So when I thought of that, I was like, damn, my lyrics are something deeper than almost all rappers' lyrics. So if I use my lyrics as a talent and as a strong suit of myself, then I could definitely be something. So I want to be known as someone that's lyrical.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I respect that. I respect that very much. That you go deep in your music and you go that deep or where people can really touch you and it touches them whenever they listen to hits from you. That's really incredible that you dive down deep whenever it comes to music and ultimately that where the name came from too, which is pretty nice. And I love that you went with Vigilance. That even gave me like a dark feeling. Oh God, he's like a serious kind of person. And when you asked me, I was very nervous because of the name too.
Hmm.
The name gives everybody like an overwhelming like, oh geez, he's very serious. I'm not gonna touch him. I'm not gonna bother him. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. I'm not gonna bother him. He's too serious.
Yeah, music is a really dark part of my life. So if most people, I guess, think about it as something that's dark, then I guess that's what they're going to get from it. But if people look at it as an outlet, that's also what they're going to get from it. Like my music is dark, but it's also an outlet for people. People have come to me saying that my music has helped them, so that's something I feel to be very. I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Percent. And just going with everything, music wise, what do you exactly want to do in the future when it comes to music? What do you want to exactly do in the future?
I want to make it my full time career, bro. Like, what I see is that I have something that very few people have. And if I use that right, then I will be a star.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's incredible. Well, you're already on a fresh. You're already starting off fresh because you're in a very organized label. Um, but I just wanted to make sure you guys know that I met him through a label. It's called Enigmatic Electronic Entertainment. Which, by the way, how did you exactly get to that label? How did you exactly get there?
So, I was originally with a label called QC4L, and that was a label made by one of my homies, my producer actually. So, one of the artists who's actually producing for was one of my also one of my homies. So I said, hey, do you have any bigger group of music that I could communicate with, that I could spread my music to, or get advice, better feedback, people that would actually like my music, people that have better contacts. So he hit me up with this.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. And I'm glad you made the right decision to come in there. It's a great community, and I'll urge you to join it, please. Um, but you're already on the right track with the whole career with music. You're already on the right track because you got that label that you're working, with a lot of dope artists, and not
That's
only that, but you have a lot of networking that happens, and that can kind of make up for that loneliness that happened.
actually, I'd like to
Yeah.
quickly mention that I'm actually not currently signed to the label. I'm just there. I want to get signed to the label, but I'm still just trying to communicate with the artist. Enigmatic is someone that I'm trying to get in contact with. I assume that he wants to work on a song with me, so I think then he's going to judge me on if I'm able to enter the label. But other than that, right now I'm not with the label currently.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But I was talking like even so the server itself. I mean, it's a lot of networking that's there, and I like that you're a part of it. I can't wait for more things from you. That's exciting. And 5 years from now, everybody, just so you guys know, 5 years from now will be 2026. What do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years from now, I'll probably be seeing my name on everywhere in the New York Times Square and in all the floating cars, all the Apple cars, and all the other shit that's going to go on, that's going down. I'll see a lot of things will change. And I think that I'll be the next Eminem, next Michael Jackson, next star of my generation. People will love me. People wish that they were me.
Hmm. Oh, that's awesome. And I love that you're super confident in the future and what you're doing. I like that you're very confident and you're gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna be up there one day. That's
I will
awesome.
be
That's
because I've
cool.
crawled through hell just for this, so I will crawl through hell again to get here again. Because I know down the other side there's only heaven.
Mm-hmm. You got it. Yeah. And talking about music, because I've listened to it to a lot of new people that have no idea who you are, which now they know. So um, I want to kind of go into your music and your songs because following a deep meaning to your name, giving it a deep vibe from you. Vibe reflects your music. Leads me to ask this. What's the origin and meaning of your songs?
Name a song and I'll give an explanation for it. Just go ahead and I'll go and give some meaning and deeper understanding for it. Because each song has a different purpose in my whole timeline. I drop each song at a specific time, at a specific moment, because it's there for a reason. So yeah, just ask a song and I'll give you the meaning behind it.
Oh, cool, cool. That's awesome. So every song has a meaning and purpose and a deep meaning. I mean,
Yep.
that's awesome. That's awesome. But why on earth did you decide to make every song different? Like, what urged you to make, every song differ with a deep purpose?
Honestly, it's because I feel like that boredom is something that all these other rappers have right now, and also it's just the fact that like, I need to be diverse. I need to be different than anyone else. I need to be really, really, I guess, unique with my style. I need to show people that like whatever the emotion is that I'm currently feeling, that's the emotion I'll put in the song, and that's the emotion that you guys are going to hear. That's the emotion you guys are going to get. Whatever I feel, you guys are going to get. If I'm feeling angry in a song, that's what I'm gonna deliver. If I feel sad in a song, that's what I'm gonna deliver. If I feel happy or energetic or motivational in a song, that's what I deliver. That's just how it works.
That's cool. That's awesome. That's cool, and I love that you strive diversity, because rappers, they also they don't do a lot of it. When they do, it ends up sounding very familiar with the songs. And the artists that do have diversity in their songs is only just a few, like less than 10%.
I agree.
But I just love that you are very diverse in the songs and that you kind of surprise people when you listen, when you drop something new. Because um, when you're a rapper, you get expectations when you're a rapper or a pop artist. You get those expectations like, oh, okay, he's gonna be dropping um, this kind of song. Because you start to get expectations when you release many projects. When you release even your debut album or a second one and it starts to sound similar, you get those expectations. And it's like, okay, for pop artists, it's like, okay, this artist is gonna always make, a beat and dance beats. And, sometimes that can get
Mm,
boring. Can
exactly.
get boring, boring whenever, it's the same similar thing. But artists that really are diverse, you know, they surprise artists. They surprise them.
Yeah.
They surprise them with something different. If you expect the song to be upbeat, you surprise them and you come up with, you know, a slow, um, a slow moving song, and they're like, "Oh my god, I was wrong." Okay, I thought he was gonna release this song. I thought he was gonna get this song, and that
Yeah.
surprised me. And that's probably one of the best feelings you could get when you listen to a song. That's kind of one of the best feelings when you're listening to a song. Of course, you have the happy vibes, sadness, the relation with music. But being surprised by the song, makes the artist, more successful. So, being diverse more, really is like a plus. It's like a standard plus if you can be
Yeah.
diverse in like every song.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and albums. When albums get that diverse sound, that's when the album can be really successful. Because if you've got an album that has like the same kind of sound to it, and then it's not really successful. Even if the artist has like $1 million or they've been in the industry for 30 years, you know,
Yeah.
when you get that diverse sound, when you get the diverse sound, um, but you still relate to the topic of the album. If the album's about sadness, but and you have 16 songs on the album about sadness, and you kind of diverse yourself with every song. The songwriting's different, the production's different, but they still all portray the sadness. I mean, that's magic. That's incredible.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. If more artists, started to do that and diverse themselves, their music would be more successful and maybe morally up there.
Yeah, I understand where you come from.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And talking about, music, your music really, um, how does the musical process begin? Although the songwriting, production, how mixing, mastering, how does that whole thing begin?
So it always starts with the emotion. So whatever emotion you get, that's how I always start off. So if I'm ever feeling like sad, I always know that I want to make a sad song. If I'm feeling happy, then I want to make a happy song. So I always just really feel that uh I really feel that I am very strong in my lyricism. So that's why whenever I'm like feeling an emotion, I just need to grab my phone or like a notepad and just start writing. So I really feel a lot of like time is used up when I'm writing because I'm trying to get my emotions out of me. I'm trying to dump all my emotions out of me into the lyrics, into the writing pad. So once I get that done, my producer gets like, and I have a beat at the same time. I get the beat, I make the beat, I record the beat, I make the beat, I record my song, and I write my song all at the same time. And then I get it all done. That's what gets my songs done so quick, and that's how I get like, around 3 songs a day done.
Oh, cool, cool. So I like that musical process, and apparently it's working because you're making bangers.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. And in keeping up with the musical process like that, I mean, you'll have successful bangers every time.
Yeah,
Get those.
for real, I agree.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And how would you exactly describe your music?
How would I describe my music? Would you say?
Yeah, how would you say describe your music?
I'll describe it as very cinematic. It puts you in a position where you don't want to be in or you do want to be in, depending on your personality, but it puts you in a position where it's very different from your normal life. So that's basically what I describe my music to be.
Cool, cool. That's awesome. That gave me chills for a minute, but I'm good. But nice answer. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's cool. And what would happen in another world if you were not a musician? What would happen to you?
I'd be dead.
Dead?
I see no purpose to living if I don't have music.
Oh, okay, okay. So you basically be pretty much nowhere if you if you weren't a musician. You'd be basically nowhere
Yeah,
for
but I
your
prefer
whole
to
life.
go dead.
Mm. Wow, I love that music is everything for you. I mean, everything
That's all I
is.
got.
I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And just an additional one I could ask. Do you have a backup plan? So, in another world, if your music was not successful, do you have a backup plan?
Yeah, death.
Besides death? I mean, come on. I mean,
I mean, honestly, I really see no point of life if there's no music in my life because me and music we go well so together because like it's music needs a lyricist like me and I need music to live, so it's such a perfect balance. And I just feel like
yeah,
that's important for me to live to music, and if music does not work out then I really see no point of living. That's just my mindset.
yeah, totally. And I totally get you. I totally see that. And I totally get that you're into music and you wouldn't want anything to change about it. And I totally get it because I'm a songwriter and I love music. I mean, I hope nothing changes about it in the future. So I respect that you're way into music and you take it full time. That's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, that's really cool. That's awesome.
thank you.
No problem at all. I want to go into some more fun and um, a little fun question I like to ask too. Um, so what would be your dream collaboration?
Dream collaboration would probably be with NF because he's someone that I've always looked up to for most of my life. He saved my life with music and gave me the inspiration that I could be a rapper. So if I work with NF, then that's where I want to be.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. So you basically freak out and have actually to collaborate.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. You probably be like fainting on the floor then.
honestly, I would probably be in total shock. Yeah,
Well, I really hope that happens because if you said what's gonna happen, later on, NF might I'm pretty sure he might actually ask you. I mean, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
argue.
yeah, totally. And I wouldn't be surprised if he would ask you. I wouldn't be
Thank you.
surprised at all. Yeah, no problem at all. Have you in your life ever gone through a writer's block?
Oh, I go through that almost every day of my fucking life, and I still have to push through to make sure that I get my song done.
Yeah, totally. I respect that. I respect that a lot. And how do you exactly go through writer's block? How do you push through it? How do you get out of writer's block?
So what I do is I sit with a pen and a paper. I keep on writing lyrics that I've already written on the pen and paper until then I get those lyrics. I change up words of it. Keep on changing those words until I finally find a way to rewrite the entire bar, and it's a completely different lyric.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And I love that you just keep writing. You don't take a break. You don't pace.
No,
I like that you just keep going, keep pushing it. And honestly, that's fantastic. That's really cool that you just keep going. A lot of artists, if they usually like take a break or move to something else, you just keep going. I mean, honestly, that's pretty cool that you do that.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All good. All good. And how has networking with other musicians helped you in your career?
It really gave me basically the confidence. I'm not afraid. I have people that like want to listen to my music. That I'm not alone. That yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I totally see that. I can totally see that confidence because I know that depression period must have been rough, and then you opening up and networking. I mean, that's a huge boost, confidence boost. That's a huge one.
Yeah.
Probably bigger than anything. Probably bigger than anything. And what would you exactly say to newcomers out there? What would you say to new rappers or new producers out there? What would you say to them?
Honestly, I'd tell them to be careful because there's no way they're gonna make it if I'm in the industry.
Good advice. Good advice. I toasted that. I definitely go with that. My God, my brain's fried. Well, I'm good. And I know earlier that you mentioned that you would do a little showcase for us, and everybody knows that anybody that records music, does a little showcase for us. And been planning it a while, so this segment, everybody, is for Vigilance to give a little showcase to us. I'm being a little bit more mature about this. So you may go ahead, Vigilance, and give us a little taste of you and music in action.
I bet. So just any song that I want.
Yeah, any song, go for it.
I bet. Yo, listen up. Memories. I didn't wanna lose it. Wreck the speed. When did I learn to do this? Enemies. They got no excuses. Let me free. I didn't wanna lose it or have I already lost it. Everyone tries to do their best to help me as I got Liba trying to knock sense into me. And I'm back here trying to fix myself mentally. But even in here, I'm king of the rap industry. Writing raps in a hospital ward giving me energy. And I became psycho intentionally just to get away from people lying to me. While on the other hand, the porn addicts are killing me internally. And I'm begging mom for a conversation. Murder liars, my obligation. People telling me I can't rap like it's segregation. I say, child, I'm king of your nation. Head for criminalization. Commit a crime, I'm gone. Like evaporation. Crossing borders, I'm like, hold up, where's your immigration? It's midnight. Time for my meditation. Existential, you feel? Crossing borders, I'm like, hold up, where's your immigration? It's midnight. Time for my meditation. Memories, I didn't want to lose it. Reckless beat. When did I learn to do this? Enemies, they got no excuses. Let me free. I didn't want to lose it, or have I already lost it? Memories, I didn't want to lose it. Reckless beat. When did I learn to do this? Enemies, they got no excuses. Let me free. I didn't want to lose it, or have I already lost it? So that's a little bit of my song Lost.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate that. That was a really deep song that I wrote down a very dark place of my life. I was in a hospital ward. I was very I was very in a dark place in my life. I was almost dead there, but yeah.
That must have been terrible. That must have been a terrible experience for you. But I'm glad that you turned that terrible experience into a hit song and you get to touch everybody with your own memories and your
Yeah.
own moments. That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
And no problem at all. And I love the concept of the song. I mean, I think people can relate to you. I mean, especially in the pandemic when people have lost people, people have lost their family,
Yeah, for real.
friends. I mean, they've lost even pets they've lost, and that's amazing that you made a song that people can relate to and they could be like, "Damn, I know how that felt, how that feels like. This guy gets me."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that. I love when I can relate to a song. And even a person, if that person is similar to me or has the same similar vibe to me, I'm like, this guy gets me. A song does that too. I love that a song does that. I love when you listen to a song and you're like, wow, okay, this singer gets me.
Yeah,
I
for real.
mean,
It's really deep.
very similar to me. And I love that you is so people can relate to you. I mean, that's a bonus if you make a song that people can relate to. If you make a random song, a specific song, you won't relate it as much as a general one.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I hope you have fun today with me. I know every guest has a burning question about me, so go ahead if you have any burning question about me, because I know every guest has one.
No, actually, I don't have any questions. I'm good.
Okay, cool, awesome. Sweet. So, is there anything that you would like to add to everything else? Anything else? Is there anything that you'd like to add?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So we covered everything. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem at all. And I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day to do this. I mean, you're probably an adult and you have things to do and places to be, but you came here on a Sunday. Did those. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's really cool. That's really cool that
Thank you. Appreciate
you
that.
were strong. That you were strong enough to not sleep in, and you. Oh, actually, you might have slept in because right now it's 3. But at least
Yeah.
you took time to talk to me. That's really cool, and really shows commitment. That's nice.
Yeah.
100%. And no, we have to close soon, but I want to allow this time for you to say any lastly things to your fan out there. Any lastly anything that people can look forward to you, any advice, any thank yous, anything lastly that you need to tell your fans before we end things, you may do so.
Honestly, I just feel like that, like, whether you're here to hate me or here to love me, like, I just feel like that I still have a use for you in my life, because whether you're just knowing that you notice me, it's something that, like, I take very deep, and knowing that I'm wasting your time, using your time, that's what I take seriously. So whether you're here to hate me or here to love me, I really appreciate you. And yeah, if you could go follow me on Instagram, listen to my Spotify, I'd appreciate that. So yeah, I'd appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you for that lastly thing, Vigilance. Thank you. I appreciate that. And again, I appreciate you coming by. You guys make sure to check out Vigilance down below in the links provided. I hope you guys had a great time today getting a chance to talk with Vigilance, and hopefully he'll come back another time and talk some more. Hopefully that will come in the future. Um, Anyways, I hope you guys had a great time today listening and learning a few things. Make sure to hit Vigilance up for collaborations and business inquiries. His Instagram and his Spotify and all his social media is down below in the links. Make sure to check him out. Make sure to check his music out. It's amazing. It's incredible. Don't miss out this opportunity. And make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I recommend Instagram since that's the place I mostly post at. Make sure you guys do that. And I hope you guys had a great time today. I really do appreciate you guys listening in. And I hope you guys have learned a lot from Vigilance and what I talked about. So until next time, everybody, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night. And until the next one, have a good one. Bye.
Peace out.
Oh my God.